Oh say, oh say, oh say, oh say, oh say. Oh, 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 oh. It's 12:12 a.m. Now, I have the boat of Ra back up on land. And remember I told you this is where the third eye would be. I would place the third eye in here. But, like I said, if we look at, now I had this in the water. So it pointed in this direction, and then it went up just a little bit to the third feather, then it made it into Leo. And now right there, this feather, as you can see if it's different, that's a crow feather. Now, I did not know that the moon was in Leo because I'm not really what you call an astronomer. But I do trust in my guidance. I do trust in my talismans because they're nothing but an extension of my soul. Now, let's look at this, because what I wanted to do, because I had no idea, so I had to go look it up, right? And I didn't know that the moon was in Leo today, but I knew that the moon was in Leo because the current. Now, the outer waters are nothing more than a reflection of our inner waters. Oh say, and how the moon affects these outer waters or these surface waters is also how it affects the internal waters. Now, you can see all of the red ants. Yeah, I mean, yeah, y'all come get some of this enlightenment too, you know? So, now we can see that the moon is in Leo today, right? I had to take a picture of that. Now, I had to ask, what did that mean for me? Now, this is what this meant for me. Okay, so and then it gets all the way down here. It just says the Aquarius sun brings for Aquarius born on February the 16th, the moon in Leo suggests a fascinating blend of intellectual and emotional traits. And I did dive into my emotions earlier. Tezcatlipoca, that represents the smoky mirrors. That's a Native American deity. Okay, now I gotta hurry up because this is running out. Now when we get all the way down here, right, it says seek self-expression, warmth, and a touch of drama, because I'm an Aquarius, right? But it also says a need for recognition. And if we break that word down, Ra, and cognition. Cognition means mental connections. For the mind to move matter, or it's just a matter of mind over matter, mind must be in matter. So it must be in the source that brings forth the matter. Okay, now let's look at this, right? Now, if we go over here, like we see the boat of Ra, the front of it, and like I said, remember the eye that I have? I said this would go right here. Now I have the red hawktail feather, another red hawktail feather, a turkey vulture feather, and then right here, wait a minute, let me bring this over here. Now we see the Leo ashes is ending, and then we see the black feather. This is a crow feather. Now I had to ask myself also then, what does Leo, because that's telling me that there's a myth. And if there's a myth, then there's a reality in that. And if we look at this, the mythology of the constellation of Corvus, the crow, is linked to Leo, the lion, through a story involving Apollo and his messenger bird. So you can go and look this up. But this means that when I said that those were 4 stars, these stars went on this pattern that I'm showing you. Here, like going, but then it did a slight bend up and then coming back down into the crow feather. So let's look at this. So this is the way those stars were aligned. You see these 2 right here, right? And now you see the slightly up feather and then curve slightly back down with the crow and Leo. Now, so I just looked all of those things up. So this is what I do. And I do this not only for myself, but I do it to heal the waters. I do it to heal the waters. I do it to heal the earth. I do it to heal the Middle Earth, the trees, and the rocks. I do it to heal or to unheal the planes of existence within the individual and the collective. And this is the coming together of all things. Okay? So this is what I do. You know, and I'm just trying to give you a glimpse of what I do. And when I tell you I sell these talismans, but I also use these talismans and write ULs. See, not rituals, but write ULs. And here, so when we look at the way that I have this laid out, it is the X, but what I need to focus on and move my vagus nerves are going to start here, and then it's going to curve up around and then come back down in a slough. And this is what I need to be dealing with within myself tonight, from this point over to this point. And when you look up, what is the question mark in the sky? This is Leo. And this, see, all my talismans have something to do with the earth, the water, the air, or astrology, and thus the body, and thus the soul, and thus the myth. Thus myths, not just myths of Native American, but Celtic myths, ancient Kemet myths, South American myths like Peru, Argentina, which would be, and also like Pachamama, and she came to me as Pume, which is another representation of her. So I don't have a religious sect. I don't have a spiritual sect. I am a conduit for high vibrational frequencies of the Ogdog 8, the Anid 9, and so forth and so on, of Pachamama, Pume, and of Wankentonka, also of the Celtics, okay? You know, and we can go across the board. I even get Christian mythology because I open myself up as a conduit, and therefore I am able to link the energy through all mythologies, which would be linked to all religions, because it's all frequency. See how that water is? Well, you can't see it, but it's moving. That is the frequency. Now, when the direction change, right? This is what I mean by your altars must change. When we look at the word altar, it's telling you to alter her. Alter her. And all is to and from and in her. Oh! Tuck, 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 tuck. All right, there we go. Moon and Leo. This is what I'm dealing with within myself. And this is why I use these talismans. So they are for sale.